Alright guys, this is a review of lesson 4. I'm going to do 2 example problems that you will have on your homework and then give you some other examples to look at to help you along with your homework. So I will give you the answers to A and B, and I want you to pause the video before you see the answers so you can try to work them out yourself first and then go from there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So if we're looking at problem A, we need to read the directions. And when we read the directions, they say, for the following problems, draw a picture using the rectangular fraction model and write the answer. When possible, write your answer as a mixed number. Well, we know a mixed number is a whole number and a fraction put together. So I'm going to start off by, as soon as I can get my pen here, by drawing a model for each of these fractions. So A has 3/4 plus 1/3. So that means I need a model for 3/4. And I'm looking at my denominator to determine how many units I need. So I'm going to start with my columns, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm going to draw another model for 1/3. And that denominator of 3 tells me I need 3 units. I'm going to make those my rows. Okay. Now I'm going to shade in 3/4. So here's 1, here's 2, here's 3 out of 4 that are shaded in yellow. Okay, and then for 1/3, I'm going to shade in 1/3. So 1/3. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine the two. What that means is I'm going to take this one right here, the 3/4 and the 1/3, and I'm going to combine them into one rectangular model. So I need 3 vertical lines to give me 4 units, and then I need 2 horizontal lines to give me 3 units. Okay, so all I did was I took from this one, and then I took from this one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to shade just like I did up there. All right, so oh, wrong thing. Sorry, there we go. All right, so I shaded 3/4, so that's what I'm going to start by doing. I'm going to shade 1, 2, 3 of the 4, so pretend the red lines aren't there. Okay, and then I'm going to shade the 1/3, and so pretend that the blue lines aren't there. So now I got to determine how many units do I have in all. Okay. So if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So my new denominator for 3/4 and 1/3 is going to be 12. Now what I have to do is count how many are in yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that gives me 3/4 is equivalent to 9/12. And now I'm going to count the ones that are in blue. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that tells me that 1/3 is equivalent to 4/12. When I add these together, 9 plus 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, I get 13 over 12. Now, this is an improper fraction. And it says, when possible, write your number or write your answer as a mixed number. So because I have an improper fraction, I automatically know I'm going to need a mixed number. Okay, so I'm going to draw another model here, just like this one. And my denominator is 12. So I know that there are going to be 12 units in this one. So there's my 12 units. And I know 12/12 is 1 whole. So I'm going to shade this whole thing because I've got 12. I know I've got 12 because I've got over 12. I've got 13. So this is 12. And then I'm going to have to draw one more model that has 12. And if I've got 12 shaded here, I need to shade how many more? 1 more. So here's my 1 extra. So this tells me that my mixed number is 1 whole and 1/12. So my mixed number is 1 and 1/12. My pen messed up there. Okay, so that's A. All right. So you'll do the same thing for B. You've got 3/4 plus 2/3. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a model. So here's my model for 3/4, I need 4 units, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I need 3 units, just like before. 1, 2, 3. When I shade, I'm going to shade 3/4, so 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to shade 2/3, so 1, 2. Now when I combine them, I'm going to draw a larger model, and I've got my 1, 2, 3/4, and then I have my 2/3. Oh, I just needed one line. No, I needed 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. And so now I'm going to highlight just like I did before, or shade. So I'm going to shade my 3/4 first, and then I'm going to shade my 2/3. 1, 2. So my first question is, what is my new denominator? How many units are in this in all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 is our denominator. How many are yellow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9/12 again. That's equivalent to 3/4. And then we've got 2/3. So I'm going to count my blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means 8/12 is equivalent to 2/3. Now I can add. 9 plus 8 is 17/12. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw another model that is going to help me with the mixed number. So I know that one model is going to have, or both models are going to have 12 in it. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So there's 12. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and there's 12. Okay, so I have 17 out of 12. So I know that I'm going to have 12, no doubt, because I've got over 12. I've got 17. So this is one whole. Then I need to know how many more I need to shade. So I've got 12. I'm just going to count on. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So now what I can do is I've got one whole here, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shaded out of 12. So that means my mixed number is 1 5/12. Okay? Excuse me. All right, so I'm going to give you another example to try. I want you to do 1/4 plus 3/5. So what are you going to start by doing? You're going to start by drawing a model for each. Okay, so you need a model of 4 units, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And you need a model of 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have to add on here 5. So there's 5 units. Okay, so now I'm going to shade. So I've got 1/4 shaded, and then I've got 3/5 shaded. 1, 2, 3. So these represent those fractions. Now I'm going to combine them. I have a whole model here, and I'm going to have 4 units, and then I'm going to add my 5 units. So my 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now I'm going to shade just like I did before. Okay, so I'm going to take 1/4, and there's my 1/4 that's shaded. And now I'm going to shade my 3/5. So 1, 2, 3. So now my question is, how many units in all does this create? Well, I can just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So my new denominator is 20. We're renaming the fractions so we can add them. So now my question is, how many that are blue that are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means 1/4 is equivalent to 5/20. And then how many are yellow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now I've got 12/20. Now I can add these two together. 12 plus 5, or 5 plus 12, is 12, add on 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So my new fraction is 17 out of 20. Now if I wanted to show that, all I would do is redraw this model, and I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll add on 5. Okay, so now I have a total of 20 units. That's the LCM. Instead of listing it out, this is just the model version. So now I can just shade in 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's the model representation. Now I do not need to convert this to a mixed number because it is not improper. Okay, so you'll do the same thing with the word problems on your homework. Just dissect those word problems, and you'll add them together, and then you'll use a model to show your work. Okay, so I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions.